You guys, are ya? Okay. Your headliners tonight. Old friend of mine. This guy is the best. One of my best friends. He is on the podcast Wide World of Doug's. He's got the movie The Disappearance of Tony Blackwood that is streaming on Peacock and Prime. And so much more. Everybody make a bunch of noise for my good buddy Doug Mellor, everybody!
Yeah! Hey! Keep it going for Brian and Brandy, everybody. Make some noise. Excellent. Guys, I hate to immediately bring it down a notch, but kind of had a weird afternoon. Got some bad news. So I just want to be transparent with you guys. Here's what I found out today. My grandmother passed away. Yeah, no, thank you. And so I almost had to cancel on the show. Like, I thought about it, but, then I thought, well, I got my sense of humor from her. She would want me to do the show. Exactly. Thank you. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just go do the show. I think she will enjoy this, and I'll just dedicate this first joke to her. How's that sound? You guys? All right. Thank you. Has anybody here ever farted at the exact same moment your wife queefed? It's like, Jinx, you owe me a Coke, am I right? Oh, man. She would have loved that. She would have loved that. It's for you, Granny. That's for you. No, I made that up. She didn't die. I mean, she did a long time ago. She's been dead for years. It's just... natural causes. Knife fight on a boat. She was cool. You all know Patsy. Anyway, crazy lady. Guys, I'm not always that silly. Not all my stuff is about queefs and grandmas. Sometimes I like to educate the audience. For example, I just recently looked up how to survive a bear attack, and I'd like to pass this information on to you guys. It's crazy. The information out there is baffling. Like, you look it up, it's confusing, which makes sense because there can't be like a ton of data out there that like all lines up. You know, like, I would assume that the number one thing that is told when asked how did you survive a bear attack was, well, I started crying. And then I shit my pants and closed my eyes and passed out. Like, you'd think that would be the number one thing across the board. But did you guys know that, like, there are different tactics for different types of bears, which means you have to identify, as a bear is charging, what kind of bear it is before you even think about what you're going to do in that situation. That's crazy. Like, oh my, like, and I don't know anything about bears. Like, I know that a grizzly bear and a brown bear are big and they're brown and they're bears. That doesn't help at all. And if you ask me, I would say any bear is big. You know what I mean? Like, the world's smallest bear is terrifyingly big. They say if a grizzly bear attacks, you should probably play dead. Probably is a real funny word there. I don't know about you, but I want definitive information when trying to survive a bear attack. Like, that just sounds like they gave up. They're like, you're gonna die anyway. Grizzly bear, are you kidding me? Just lay down, go to bed. You're gonna die. They say if a black bear attacks, you should fight back. They just tell everybody reading that information, fight back. Whether it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson or your great-grandmother, as if they have equal chances in the fight. Yeah, fight back, that's for sure. And they say you should punch it in the face. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that would only make it angrier. Good Lord. They say, sometimes black bears will do a fake charge before the real attack. And they say if they do that, you should call their bluff. And I know that by heart because my grandpa always used to say that right before he died of a bear attack. He's like, always call a bear's bluff. And then he was killed by a bear. In the end, this is the funniest part. They were like, oh, the best tactic to avoid a bear attack is to avoid a bear attack, basically. They're like, just don't go near bears. Oh, thanks. That's like saying, best way to not get shot is to not get shot. That rings true. It only makes sense. I was at a bar last week, and I overheard the most boring conversation ever. It was a group of like 80-something-year-old ladies, and they were having a great time. God bless them. They were having a great time. They were talking about how like this was like over the summer. They were talking about how hot it gets in Texas, and they were saying on the 4th of July, it gets so dry here, you just got to stay indoors, and or you just got to stay outside and water your grass, make sure the grass stays wet. So, you know, keep that grass wet so there's no fires. And they loved it. They loved it. And then after a while, they're just laughing, you know. And then the leader of their gang, Judy, I presume, she eventually walks out this side bar door, and as she does it, she turns back and yells across the bar to her lady friends, "Stay wet!" As she throws up a peace sign, not realizing it's also a vagina sign, as she has yelled, "Stay wet." It was incredible. The whole bar cracked up. And they thought we were in on their dumb joke. No, what we heard was much funnier. It was fantastic. I just hope these ladies keep this inside joke going for the rest of their short lives, you know? Like eventually, you know, like they get like matching t-shirts that say the Wet Lady Gang or whatever. And then Judy passes away and the second in command of the gang, Beatrice, has to speak on her behalf, you know? And she's like, it's a very sad day, but if there's one thing you need to know about Judy, it's that she stayed wet till the end. That casket is soaked. She is gonna slide right into heaven. Her grandkids are like, oh, God! What is happening? I love how quickly I brought my quarterback sleeve to make audibles and stuff. You guys are good. I'm gonna have to burn some material. I love how quickly kids go through phases. You know, like you'll talk to a little kid and they're so passionate about things, but they move on so quickly. You know, you'll talk to a little kid like, "Hey, buddy, you still watching Paw Patrol?" And they're like, "No! I watch Paw Patrol! I'm 5 years old! I watched Paw Patrol when I was 4! You piece of shit! You fucking dumb boomer! I watch Bluey now!" It's like, whoa, settle down, you know? Like, can you imagine, you know, like talking to an adult friend like that? You know, like, "Hey, you still watching Yellow Jackets?" "No! I'm 38 years old! I watch Yellow Jackets when I'm 37! I watch Succession now!" I do have friends like that. They're the worst. They're always the most passionate about their recommendations, you know? They're like, you don't watch the show that I watch? You should kill yourself. We shouldn't be friends. I'm embarrassed right now. I can't believe you don't watch the best show ever. I will say, before you watch it, seasons 1 through 3 are awful. But then season 4, well, that's average. But then season 5, well, that's worse than 1 through 3. But then season 6, perfection. Like, fuck you. I have shit to do. You want me to watch like 2,000 hours of television? Got a dog here. Okay. Or a human here. What's happening? Sure. I was driving through a small town recently, and I was listening to the local radio there. I was listening to the local radio station of this small town, and they had this segment where little kids would deliver the news, and it was real cute. But it seems like that is kind of a bad idea, you know? Like that day, the news was real cute. It was about like some ducks that were like got out into the traffic and caused a traffic jam. But it seems like any day that could go sideways, you know? Just like the suspect used an electric saw to dismember the body. The victim's fingers and skull were found in the oven. I gotta go potty. Like, don't have the kids deliver the news. I complimented a woman on her pants the other day. I was like, hey, I love your pants. And then she scanned me up and down as if to compliment something on my person. And then she just said, thank you. Fuck you, lady. It's pretty easy to lie. In her defense, I was wearing this exact outfit. Ghostbusters shirt with a Batman hat. In 2001, Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise went through a divorce, right? And I remember at the time I would overhear a lot of conversations about who was right and who was wrong in the divorce. And I thought it was so dumb that I needed to do something about it. So, at the University of Texas in Austin, where I was going to school at the time, for $10, I started the Nicole Kidman Foundation. I told the university that it was to help Nicole Kidman get back on her feet because celebrities are people too. And they bought it. Yes way. And we were hoping, it was all a dumb joke. We were hoping to get like 50 signatures over the course of a semester. But in 2 weeks, we got over 3,000 signatures. Unofficially becoming the largest organization at UT ever. We got so big so fast, we didn't even know what to do with ourselves. So we threw a rally for Nicole Kidman. It was great. I gave a heartfelt speech about Nicole Kidman where I cried. Yeah, it was awesome. There's a guy named Tommy that won the look-alike contest because he had red hair. As soon as the rally was over, we started to get threatening emails from an anonymous source saying we needed to shut down the Nicole Kidman Foundation effective immediately or bad things would happen. And I was like, fuck that. Let's have a second rally. Because if there's one thing you need to know about the Nicole Kidman Foundation, it's that we don't cave to terrorist demands. As soon as we announced the second rally, we got another threatening email that said, if you go through with this next rally, we will assassinate the leader of the Nicole Kidman Foundation. Yeah. And that was the end of the Nicole Kidman Foundation. And it wasn't by my choice. I wanted to go through with it. And I was the leader. I was like, I'm curious where this is going to go. Things aren't going great anyway. My friends were like, you're crazy. We can't do this. And I was like, whoa, yeah, we can. And they were like, they're going to kill us all. And I was like, they didn't threaten you. They only threatened me. They're like, you're nuts. And I was like, maybe, or maybe you don't love Nicole enough. And I was like, look, I don't think it's a joke anyway. There's no way they're going to assassinate me. And if they do, that is the funniest assassination ever. Way funnier than John Lennon, you know? What? It wasn't funny. A man died. That's on you.